Так, продолжаю обследовать порт. Нужно найти Шона Хэмптона. Но для начала поболтаю с некоторыми людьми.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
А, так ты еще торгашка, лол.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened?
Он мертв.
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
Меня это не привлекает.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Новая подсказка у пацана появилась, надо потом узнать, что за
What can you
подсказка.
tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Новое расследование. Так, а у тебя что? Гипноз 5. О, мне до недалеко. А ну подробнее. 3500. Ну да, жесткая дамочка.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Опять ошибся, да ладно.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Все, мне от тебя больше ничего не нужно.
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
А что у меня с деньгами? То есть 494. За всю игру, что ли, я столько набил? Что за бред? Такого быть не может. Так, это у меня область, в которой я должен найти Шона Хэмптона.
Mark my words, Liz. These murders are the work of...
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog
Пытается
is my
подкатить.
business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Так, теперь мне с вами лично нужно
Good
поговорить
evening,
по
sir.
одному.
Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
И тем не менее не видишь мои глаза.
Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really?
А мне нужно.
Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Вера стала сильнее после изнасилования.
Have you heard of the Guard of Prewan?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard
Он
yourself?
пытался.
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
Ты пытался, но тебя не взяли, поэтому ты охотишься один.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
4. 2000 с тебя иметь можно. Нормально.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Дофига расследований появилось.
Vampire.
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Баба ушла уже, да? Пипец. Так, а ты кто? Бармен.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint? I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this
Выпивка.
part? Except for the cheap drinks.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there any...
That's it.
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
No reason...
Let me tell you.
Another time, perhaps. Surely you must
Мечты
have had
юности.
dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
О, я его съесть могу. Средство от переутомления. Нет, 385 мало, потом.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Вот и дамочка, с которой можно поговорить.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Так, тебя съесть не могу. Это слишком жестко для меня. 1500.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place for you.
I got responsibilities. And it's not like I got the money to move anywhere else anyway.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Откуда ты?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name?
А что
Or
с
my
цветом кожи?
complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Так, и последний бармен остался.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Когда пирс кончится, повернуть направо.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad, thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. And with the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Goodbye, Mr.
Все, тебе ничего не нужно больше. Так, он сказал отсюда налево, и потом направо. А, я понял. А как мне перейти? Да ладно, неужели обратно? Ну нет. Капец. А поплыть на лодке не могу? Ну да, тут не пере... А, или нет, или можно. Вот это, прикиньте, я бы сейчас этот... Охренеть, я бы сейчас оббегал вот это все, если бы не пришел сюда. Капец.
Seems like the guard at Freeman is on Sean Hampton's trail.
Блять, проебал. И чё, я погибну? Так просто? Нет. Надо как-то поаккуратнее сражаться, что ли. О, вот здесь можно ульту попробовать юзануть. Блин, он первый ударил, но это нечестно. Охереть, охереть, отойди от меня. Да уйди ты, блин, пшикаешь меня. Все, пока я пью кровь, я не уязвим. Вот ты меня раздражаешь. Капец как. Блять, вот эти вот их отходы с этим, с факелом вообще раздражают. По-дикому. Пшикнул, тварина, блин. Я сейчас, получается, кровь проебал только что. Так, почти завалил эту тварь. Я в таком, так сказать, затруднительном положении сижу. Да вы издеваетесь, вы меня еще толкаете. Да хорош, блин, так уже жарко. Ой, еще один упал. О, убил. Убил и даже не заметил. Так, хотя мы сейчас закушаем. Напоследок. Так, ну я ж сюда и должен был прийти, да? 119 метров. Что это такое? Печально святое известно-то. Бред. Что это за место? Что
The
пропустил?
wounds on this corpse are deep.
Глубокие резаные раны,
The result of
потерянные
rabid
припадки
rage.
безумия.
If this is Sean's doing,
Если это сделал
he's
Шон,
become a
значит он стал
murderous
чудовищем.
beast.
Крыски. Мне нужно крови.
This is despicable.
Всех съел.
It's locked, all right.
Дверь невозможно открыть с этой стороны. А как мне к нему пройти тогда? А вот так вот. И тут оборотень 22-го. Отлично прям. Я, пожалуй, мимо пройду.
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
А, лол, 2 задания выполнил. Разом. От души. Сражайтесь там. Ты его уже замочил. Красавчик. Я не хочу с тобой сражаться, у тебя 22 уровень. Я не справлюсь. Я хочу выйти через это окно. Ты прям на него спускаться. Ну что будешь делать? Не знаю, смогу я тебя завалить? И что ты будешь делать? На, расхерачил. Да ну так промахиваться нельзя, ты хотя бы кровь не трать. Все, улетел. Я так боялся. Ну конечно, да. Тварь. Крыса. На, сразу 3 оглушения, укус, килл. Ты скотина. Та ты тварь. Не хватает.
I cannot enter.
Убежище наконец-таки. Я вот не знаю. А хочу попробовать ульту вкачать. Если хватит, конечно, мало у меня. Вот точнее. Опыта. Ярость. 2000 опыта нужно. Хорошо она так наносит урона, если честно. А ты кто такой? Арчер Вудбит. Ты мертвый горожанин. Уже тяжелое, было стабильное только что. О, тут почти критическое. Но пока еще тяжелое вроде как. Да я еще не убил вот этого Освальда Тэтчера. И Ньютона Блайта. Доктор Типц я его не нашел, по-моему. Не, ему хотел дать лекарство от головной боли. Да, мне его нет пока. Не туда. Часть хорошей рукояти нужно 3 штуки. У меня 0. Тут тоже не хватает. 2 штуки. Крошечная часть обычной рукояти. К сожалению. Ну когда ж я найду уже этого Шона Хэмптона? Как же тут тяжело вот это все искать. Или я не шарю просто. А, я не туда пошел.
Burn it, boys!
Так, и отсюда мне куда? Если так повернусь. Правильно, в эту сторону. В чем же тогда проблема? Старая пара. А, ну вот, кажется, нашел место. Или не оно? Ну, это переходный мост. И я, получается... Вот, да. Мне сюда вообще не нужно. Мне нужно... Вот как раз в эту местность. Где дверь закрыта. Я еще могу пройти дальше и обойти, получается. А нет, не могу. It's locked. А, так я вообще не сюда вышел, ё-моё. Карта тоже запутанная. Но обозначения не четкие. Не совсем понятно, что к чему. Так, я уже сражался с оборотнем. С первого удара, да дофигел. Да что это было сейчас? Я не пойму. Какие-то лаги там, вообще жуть. Как будто все от интернета зависит. Конечно. А у тебя этот ХП? Не читерство ли это? На, тварь. Так вообще куда-то ухожу в непонятную сторону. Мне кажется, тут надо как-то обойти. Закрыто.
It's
А
locked.
как тут обойдешь-то? Все тут закрыто. Чё, вообще ничего сейчас не понимаю. Тут со всех сторон все закрыто. Каким образом мне попасть сюда? Чувак, это уже не смешно. Это вообще не смешно. Официальное задание, и мне как-то нужно туда попасть, но все решетки закрыты. Капец, блин, че мне с этим еще херачиться? Для чего их закрыли? Ну дали бы мне пройти, я прошел бы миссию. Ну что здесь такого сложного? Нет же, надо ему там какие-то пути придумать, чтобы он час другой жизни потратил на это, да? Обалдеть. Это... Нет, я здесь был. Выхода тут, к сожалению, нету. Ну дайте пройти, пожалуйста. Откройте мне. Алло.
It's locked.
Нет, это все, это только уже думать надо с трезвой головой. Все тогда.